I want to start seeing some votes for defensive players for like MVP. Like, screw that consolation defensive player of the year prize. It's a consolation prize. I'm sick of it.
Right.
TJ Watt is one of the best players in football. You take TJ Watt off that defense, that team is beyond mediocre. But the fact that he's there, they literally have a chance to win every game because if it's close, he's not. It's not that he can make a play. He will make a play.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to make a play. He's going to come in and get a strip sack. I saw him a couple weeks ago with an interception that he damn near ran back to the house. The dude was doing everything out there, and he deserves some votes for MVP, him and Myles Garrett. You take TJ Watt off that defense, they're nothing. You remember last year he got hurt at the beginning of the year, and immediately when he came back,
the torn pec.
He came back and the defense flipped.
Wasn't he supposed to come back?
He wasn't supposed. Yeah, he's supposed to be out for the year, but you know the guy's just tough.
Yep.
So yeah, man, no, they definitely can make the playoffs. And honestly, hey, credit to Mike Tomlin. But
I'm about to say, is Mike Tomlin not running away with Coach of the Year at this point?
I don't know how you don't get it if they win 10 or 11 games with that offense.
I don't want to say running away, but I mean definitely a whole lot of consideration for me.
Who else would you put up there?
Maybe Mike McDaniel, depending on how the Dolphins continue to play right now. Again, they haven't really beaten.
They haven't beaten anybody good,
yet.
and with all the talent they have,
I don't know if you would say with all the talent they have. I would say with all the speed they have and him knowing how to use it, and him actually.
Are you suggesting that both aren't true?
Well, here's the thing for me, and I don't want to be long, but the Dolphins. That's my AFC team, okay? I put them in the Super Bowl. I'm going to stand on that, but I have to remind everybody they hadn't beat anybody good yet, really.
Right.
But my thing is this. You know the Dolphins' offense is actually better than the 49ers' offense right now by the numbers. They do more motions and they do it better. A lot of things that the Niners' offense used to do, they don't do it as much anymore. And it's kind of like, damn, we really do kind of miss Mike McDaniel, it seems like it. Now, I've said this before. Sometimes I'm sarcastic. Sometimes I'm not sarcastic. Sometimes people say, oh, you need to stop. You just don't like Kyle Shanahan. No, I don't. Because I think he's overrated. And it's time to admit that he's fucking overrated. And that's just that. It's time to win the big one. And people keep acting like he's not that same guy that blew a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl. I don't care if it was against a GOAT. 25 points is 25 points, bro. That's still that same guy who just seems to always fall short every time. So what I'm trying to say is Mike McDaniel's offense in Miami, it's running the same way ours is supposed to run, but he has the speed, and he uses that to his advantage. And I think he does it better. His quarterback is not a mobile quarterback at all, but he gets the most out of him, and the production is there. So I would say he definitely, Tua's putting up MVP numbers right now.
Right.
Tyreek Hill
my question
is going to get 2,000 yards,
that both aren't true? That they have both speed and talent?
I would say that they have, well, the defense, I mean, there's not a lot of talent there. Jalen Ramsey just came back.
Yeah.
And you saw what he did when he came back immediately.
I'm talking about the offense, obviously.
Just the offense? Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
Tua, Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, the Devon dude that came out of nowhere, Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson.
Mostert is still mostly speed. I would say speed over talent. I mean, again, I love Mostert. I hate he left, but it is what it is.
All right, but everybody
Waddle,
before I got to the running back position.
Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. Those are the two there. Whereas talent and speed.
Tyreek is arguably the best receiver in football.
No doubt. But a lot of that is because of what? That speed.
Oh, okay. But that doesn't mean he's not talented.
So you're saying that nobody, Mike Tomlin, Coach of the Year, that's it. Nobody else.
I'm trying to figure out who else.
I would throw Andy Reid in there because they don't have a lot of talent on offense outside of Mahomes and Kelsey, but they're still tops in the AFC.
I would push back on that one a little bit because I wonder why they're not as good as you would expect them to be without Eric Bieniemy. And so I would say because of that, they're struggling too much on offense right now for me to say him. But again, Tomlin is the Coach of the Year right now, hands down. Yeah, he is. But I'm just saying, if there's anybody where you could say, what else? Who else? Maybe Mike McDaniel, maybe Zach Taylor. And I'm just saying him because nobody says his name. I love Joe Burrow. Y'all know I love me some Joe Burrow. But damn, are you not going to ever give the Bengals head coach any credit for what they do? They're back. They get out to these slow starts every year. But this is the only person that gives Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes the business. He's the only one. Not Josh Allen and Sean McDermott, another coach that could be overrated in my book. But the Bengals find ways to get going. They're not a September team at all. But damn it, November and December, they're going to be there.
They'll be there.
And he deserves more credit for that. He's beaten the Kansas City Chiefs 4 times. Nobody else can say that in any conference, let alone the AFC. But again, because of the offense being so bad in Pittsburgh, Nick, yeah, that's why you give it to Tomlin, because they're terrible on one side of the ball and they're really good on another side of the ball. And they've got some injuries right now. No Micah Fitzpatrick. Somebody else went down. They're dealing with a few injuries, and still, there's a guy named T.J. Watt. If he's there, you got a chance every week. It doesn't make any sense. And people used to call me up, inbox me, Jay, you're wrong about that Nick Bosa talk, that Nick Bosa segment. Bosa's better than both of those guys. Where?
No, he's not better than TJ Watt.
After 8 weeks of watching the NFL this week, you tell me where in the fuck Nick Bosa is better than TJ Watt.
He's not better than TJ Watt. It's not even a debate.
Come on, man. Stop that. And he plays on my team. And I'm cool with Bosa.
He's not better than Myles Garrett either.
He's not.
Say that again?
He's not better than Myles Garrett either.
Bosa's not.
That's 2 people that you're telling me Bosa's not better than.
He's not.
But when I say this, 49er fans are ready to...
Not this year he ain't.
They're ready to tear me apart. 49er fans can be delusional too. We talk about the Cowboys so much. We say some crazy shit too at times.
Alien this year.
And Micah Parsons was the one that I had in it. I didn't know Garrett was going to have the season he's having right now.
Yeah.
If you talk about MVP on the defensive side, he could definitely be one of them also.
That's going to be a tough vote.
No doubt about it.
It's going to be like Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, and you're going to just have to be like...
But when Nick Bosa had 19 sacks last year, did anybody say he should have been MVP?
No.
There's got to be something to that.
You know,
gotta be something missing.
Do y'all know who the odds-on favorite is to win it right now?
MVP?
Mm-hmm.
It should be in my book.
Who, Tua?
What you got, Jarvis?
It should. Well, at first it was Tua, I believe. You got Tua, maybe Myles Garrett, and I think the next person I want to say is on defense too. Hell, T.J. Watt should definitely be in there. And
what do you think the books have?
MVP?
Yeah, the sports books.
Oh hell. Man, who could they have right now outside of Tua?
Jalen Hurts.
Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill. Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts is the odds-on favorite. They got him like a plus 360.
So we're reaching now. That means there's not a lot going on offensively. The defensive guy should maybe get it this year. If there's any year, a non-quarterback should get it. This should be the year.
Yeah.
And I would say defense too. It doesn't. What running back is having a season like? Oh wow, Tyreek Hill, especially if he gets that 2,000 yards. Tua, of course, is throwing it to him.
I mean, if AJ Brown continues on the tear that he's been on,
or AJ Brown, yes, you're right.
Jesus,
you're right. He is really. What is it, like 4 or 5 straight games now?
6
straight games. Oh, well, he knows he's going to do it again for a 7th game, right?
NFL record 6 straight with 125 plus.
All right, put it down. AJ Brown should get more than 125 plus yards tomorrow, because it'll be a 7 straight game where he will do so. I ain't telling you to do it, but he should do it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
But to answer your question,
I'm scared to do it because it's been a bad season. I feel like I'm cursed a little bit, so I don't want to do it and then he not do it.
Right. The Steelers are definitely cursed. The Steelers are definitely a contender.
Was it Lil B had the curse with the Lil B?
Yeah.
I'm going to say they're a contender because of their defense.
But yeah, absolutely. They can, and I think they will make the playoffs.
I thought you was doing a Dave Chappelle reference. Sprinkle
a little crack
on it.
Not this time. All right, who we got next, Nick?
Oh man, but yeah, it was a better game than I expected on Thursday.
It was.
And before we go, how do y'all feel about Will Levis?
Oh yeah. Shit, I can't leave that out.
Yeah, Will Levis. Okay, so Will Levis in my book, I'll just say that he's not bad. It looks promising. But I think that he and Tannehill were just trying too much to force the ball to D-Hop. I know he's no drop D-Hop. I know he's still most people's top 5 in the NFL, even as a Titan probably. Because now that Tannehill's out, he's getting the ball a lot more. But I just think they look his way way too much, too many targets. And then Traylon Burks didn't get the 25 yards that I needed, so piss on you, Traylon Burks. Man got 23 yards instead of 25. It's the main reason why I think this game is scripted. But Levis doesn't look bad, but I ain't just going to go out here and say he's, I thought he was going to do what Purdy did and like go on this streak where he won't lose for a while, but I was wrong about that. But the Steelers defense is good.